At KVGC News Time, 7 minutes after the hour of 7 o'clock. Time for a look at the news for a Tuesday. It's the 19th day of December for 2017. Well, the local campaign season has officially kicked off with both incumbents and challengers picking up paperwork in Amador County. Picking up paperwork by law indicates a strong intention of ultimately running for office, although a person can decide not to run at any time. Those who pulled papers can now begin collecting signatures from registered voters to reduce or avoid filing fees that vary depending on the office. They must file the required amount of eligible signatures to the elections office by February 7th. As of close of business yesterday, all incumbents, except for Sheriff Martin Ryan, had pulled papers, but Ryan has indicated he will seek re-election. The other incumbents to pull papers include Assessor Jim Rooney, Auditor Tacey Ruin, County Clerk Kim Grady, District Attorney Todd Reeby, Superior Court Judge 1 Steve Hermanson, Treasurer Tax Collector Mike Ryan. So far, the only incumbents to face a challenge are Superior Court Judge Office 2 Renee Day. Local attorney Robert Schell has pulled papers. In the Supervisorial District 3, incumbent Lynn Morgan and Jeffrey Brown have pulled papers. And in Supervisorial District 5, Andrea Macon has pulled papers to challenge incumbent Brian Oneto. To ultimately get on the June 5th ballot, candidates can start pulling nomination papers on February 12th and must file them with the elections office by March 9th after collecting the required number of signatures and paying whatever filing fee may still be needed. Any position where the incumbent is not running gets until March 14th, but that does not look like that will happen here in Amador County.
Well, a winter weather advisory remains in effect for the Sierra Nevada above 4,000 feet from 8 tonight through Wednesday afternoon. Total snow accumulations of 3 to 6 inches are expected throughout the passes, with local amounts up to 10 inches over the peaks. Locally, gusty winds up to 50 miles per hour or higher should be expected through the mountain passes as well. Plan on slippery road conditions with chain controls likely. Now, rainfall totals will be up to 3/4 of an inch over portions of the mother lode during the same period, with improving conditions expected by midday Wednesday. A winter weather advisory for snow means periods of snow will cause travel difficulties. Be prepared for snow-covered roads and limited visibility. Use caution while driving.
And the San Andreas CHP has released the name of that Calaveras County man who died in a solo vehicle accident over the weekend. According to the Calaveras County Coroner's Office and CHP, Jonathan A. Hughes of Dorrington was the man who was driving his pickup truck eastbound on Borge Crossing Road approaching Snowshoe Thompson Trail when he failed to negotiate a split in the roadway. Truck went off the road and hit a tree. He was pronounced dead at the scene. CHP says that drugs and or alcohol not believed to be a contributing factor in the incident.
Oh, hear a siren, see flashing lights, pull over. Monday morning while responding to a medical aid, an Amador Fire Protection District fire engine involved in a traffic collision, causing minor injury to one civilian and fire personnel. Now, the AFPD and local law enforcement remind us all, when you see or hear an emergency vehicle displaying their emergency lights and siren, pull over when safe to do so. Also, when following an emergency vehicle, stay a minimum of 300 feet behind. Monday's incident still under investigation.
And here's another holiday Grinch story, this one out of Angels Camp. The city's police department is warning neighbors to watch out for each other's property this holiday season and report any suspicious activity after burglars ransacked a home on Crystal Street last week. Extensive damages were reported throughout the home by the officers that responded. The homeowner reports that various items were missing and some property was discovered in plastic containers, which led police to believe that the burglars planned to come back for it later. Investigators also report evidence was found at the scene that they hope will help identify the suspects, but no details as to exactly what was obtained has been released.
And Friday night, the Argonaut High Drama Department will perform the radio version of A Christmas Carol. The Holiday Classic will be performed in front of a live audience Friday night at Argonaut High School. Then will be broadcast Christmas Eve, 3 p.m., right here on KVGC. Doors open at 5:30 for a spaghetti dinner complete with salad and French bread. Also, a dessert auction and 50-50 raffle. Now, the radio show begins promptly at 7 p.m., a one-hour dramatization of Charles Dickens' classic tale, including a specially crafted music score and live sound effects performed by students. Ticket prices for dinner and show are $17.50 per person at the door. Children 4 to 10, only $7.50. The production sponsored by KVGC and the Jackson Rancheria.
And that's a look at local news on this Gold Country Tuesday morning from the KVGC News Center.
I'm JD.
And I'm Jim Geedy reporting.